What is up, you guys? Glad to be back with another video. I know it's been a while and I've been lagging a little bit on my posts, but look forward to some really good upcoming disaster detail videos coming in the near future. So for today's detail project, we're going to be working on a filthy and completely abused 1999 Ford F-150 Lightning. So if we just take a moment to look around the truck, you'll see tons and tons of built up brake dust collecting on all four wheels, along with a heavy duty amount of oxidization on all the paintwork. If we take a look inside, we'll see tons and tons of dog hair, along with a very greasy and grimy interior. So without further ado, let's get right into this detail. Also, if you guys enjoy these types of videos, I will be posting more frequently, so if you could please hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on to see more future mad details. Okay guys, so to start off the wash process here, we're going to be using some Grills Garage heavy duty wheel cleaner along with a variety of different brushes to get these rims all clean. So if you guys are wondering why is the wheel cleaner turning purple, that's just the way this product reacts once it breaks down any kind of iron deposits or any type of brake dust. So as you guys can see here, I'm spending an abnormal amount of time on this one rim. So what I decided to do is just take the rims off, as you guys will see in the later clips, to get them all cleaned up. As for the tires and wheel wells, I'm going to be using a full concentrate degreaser, and I'm just going to go around all tires and wheel wells multiple times until they come out completely clean. As for the exhaust tips, I'm going to be using a acid-based wheel cleaner along with a variety of different brushes and a scuff pad to get these all cleaned up and make them look nice and brand new again. So since this paint was so contaminated with brake dust, road grime, and tar, I went ahead and soaked the body down with a degreaser diluted 5:1, and I'm just going to let it dwell for a little bit and then rinse it off with the pressure washer to get it all pre-rinsed for a wash. So here I'm going to be using chemicalized honeydew snow foam. If you guys are looking to try a new wash soap, I highly recommend this one as it's very concentrate and does a really nice job of making a thick, nice foam. So here I'm just going to take a standard detail brush and go over all the small spaces and edges that I know my washmint will definitely miss. So here I'm going to be using another layer of foam as lubrication when claying the paint. Then here I'm going to be using a Griot's Garage reusable clay. This will do a great job of removing any surface bonded contaminants, any leftover brake dust or road tar that was lodged into the paint. After getting that all rinsed off, I'm going to be drying down the truck with a plush microfiber towel. So after I pulled the rims off, I'm going to be going over the wheel wells one more time with a full strength degreaser and a variety of different brushes to get them all cleaned up. So here I'm going to take an acid-based wheel cleaner and soak down all that surface rust and get it all scrubbed away with a stiff bristle brush and ready for undercoating. So to get these barrels clean, I'm going to be using some brake cleaner along with a green scrub pad and a acid-based wheel cleaner, as well as my chemical sprayer filled up with a full strength degreaser. So the reason these rims were in such bad shape was because of a bad brake rotor, and if you guys actually see in the last clip, you'll see the brake rotor and caliper was removed. I actually replaced those myself, but here we're going to be using the brake cleaner to break down the initial layer, and then the degreaser to break down. It was kind of a mixture of grease and brake grime all in one. So here I'm using the purple degreaser to scrub that away, and then I'm going to go over it with my acid-based wheel cleaner and get it all sprayed away and make them look brand new again. So after spending a ridiculous amount of time on all these rims, here's a little before and after video, and it was definitely worth it in the end. So here I'm using some 3M rubberized undercoating to get this frame and wheel well looking all nice and black again and get it all protected from any future rust. Okay, so to start off the interior detail, we're just going to be pulling out the floor mats and get out any junk that's in the interior and get it ready for a vacuum. So here we're just going to be unbolting and pulling the seats out. So after having the seats out and really looking at this carpet, I decided to actually pull it out of the vehicle, as you guys will see in some later clips, and do a little bit more of a thorough cleaning. So here I'm going to be using some Super Clean diluted 5:1 along with a detail brush, and here I'm just going to start off with the headliner, work our way from top to bottom. So here I'm just going to give the headliner a nice even mist and then agitate it with my detail brush and then get it all wiped away with a microfiber towel. As for all the panels, I'm going to be using my super clean diluted 5:1 along with a detail brush and a stiff bristle brush to break down any deep embedded grime and get this door panel looking nice and clean again. Then here I'm just going to take a fresh microfiber towel along with some compressed air to make sure there's no leftover product, any nicks and crannies, get it all blowed out and get it all wiped away. So a little tip for you guys, anytime you're spraying any products toward the gauge cluster, you want to stuff a couple of microfiber towels in there so you don't get any product actually stuck behind the glass. That could be the most annoying thing to look at. So before I scrub this away, I want to get the camera in and pull it in a little closer to give you guys a look. And just look at the filth and grime that was actually coming off this person's hands onto the steering wheel. It is so gross. Here I just went over the steering wheel multiple times until I got all that grime wiped away and cleaned up. So here I'm just going to be taking my drill brush and agitate those carpet fibers, get any deep embedded dirt and grime to the surface, and get it ready to get vacuumed with the tornador. Also, I'm going to be giving it a few passes with a pet hair brush just to make sure there's no dog hair left over. Okay guys, so here I'm going to be taking my super clean diluted 5:1 along with my carpet solution. Now I'm going to take the drill brush and agitate it to get some of that deep embedded dirt to the surface and get it ready for the next step. So since this carpet was so saturated in so many different things, I went ahead and took the pressure washer to it to do some of the heavy lifting before getting it all extracted. Okay, so now that we've done some of the heavy lifting with the pressure washer, here I'm just going to revisit the carpet with my drill brush to get any leftover solution agitated and get it ready for extraction. So I just want to apologize in advance for not having a clear extractor wand. I know you guys really enjoy seeing that. But at this time my wand was actually broken, so I just used my standard metal one. In the next video though, you guys will get the clear wand back, so look forward to that in the future. Also, I know a lot of you guys can become very upset when speeding up the extraction footage, so I did a combination of some normal speed and some sped up. The only problem with, normal speed extracting, it can basically take up the whole video. Like, this is an hour-long video. I try to get everything in the whole video. So, but in the future, I might make a full extraction compilation for you guys, because I know you guys really enjoy that. So, if that's something you guys want to see, let me know down in the comment section. If you guys are enjoying the video so far, please go ahead and smash that like button and hit that subscribe button for more future details, as I will be posting a lot more frequently for you guys. I know I've been lagging a little bit, but I promise you there's some good content on its way. I'm working on a new detail video right now as we speak, and it is a very, very good one. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So moving on to the seats, here I'm just going to blow them out with some compressed air and all the seat tracks, just to make sure there's no loose dog hair floating around and any dirt and debris stuck in between those cracks. First things first, we're going to start off by cleaning the plastics. Here we're just going to take some all-purpose cleaner along with a detail brush, get it all agitated and wiped away with a microfiber towel and some compressed air. Also, for the vinyl portion of the seat, I'm just going to take my all-purpose cleaner along with a detail brush, just get it all agitated and wiped away clean. So to get the seat agitated for extraction, we're going to be using some all-purpose cleaner along with a detail brush to agitate it and get some of the dirt lifted to the surface and get it all extracted. So if any of you guys own a Ford Lightning or have material like this in your truck or car, do not clean it like I'm doing here. This is not the method you want to use for micro suede interior or any type of plush. Usually don't want to saturate it and agitate it. That can actually damage the fibers, but since this seat was already ripped up and it was so dirty, it was already past that point. So, and the upholstery is actually getting replaced in this truck later on, so I wasn't too worried about it. But to get it clean, this was the only method we could use to actually get it looking nice again. A good method when you're dealing with micro suede or any type of material like this is not to saturate it, but to spray a little bit on a cloth or a towel, and then slowly and softly blot an area and then continue that around the whole seat. That would make it, stay plush and really nice. But this method here is very dangerous. You don't want to be doing this. This actually came back plush, but a lot of times you can do this and it will not come back the same. So after letting this carpet dry for about 48 hours, we're going to go ahead and reinstall it in the truck. So after getting all the carpet laid in, we're going to go ahead and install a layer of dealer plastic over every square inch of this carpet to make sure it's protected from any spills, shoe prints, anything you can throw at it. So now that we got the seats back in the truck, I'm going to go ahead and take my Grills Garage 3-in-1 leather and vinyl conditioner and just go over that vinyl portion of the seat a couple of times, rub it in with a microfiber towel to make sure we restore that nice supple finish. So to dress all the plastics in this truck, we're going to be using some Meguiar's Hyper Dressing. It's a product I just started using recently, and I really do enjoy using it. It does a really good job of restoring a nice color back to all the plastics, and it leaves it a really nice satin finish. Also, if you guys are interested in trying any products or tools I use for this detail, I'll put some links down in the description below. So now that the interior is done, we're going to start the paint correction on this truck, and since the paint was so severely oxidized, we're going to take some 3000 grit sandpaper and a dual action sander and just go over the whole truck before we get it compounded. So for the majority of the detail, I'm going to be using a dual action polisher along with a Meguiar's Heavy Cut foam pad and some M105 Ultra Cut compound. So after compounding this fender, I decided just to wet sand the whole truck. Gave it a nice shine, but it wasn't the result I was looking for. So I went ahead and marked all the really heavy bad scratches and spots with a marker, and then went ahead and wet sanded the whole truck. So here I'm just priming the new buffing pad with some compound. So anytime you break out a new buffing pad, you want to make sure and prime the pad. What priming does, it makes sure there's no dry edges to reduce marring, and even if you're in the compounding stage, you still don't want to add extra marring since it'll be harder to finish it while you're polishing. So this is one step. You just want to take a little bit of compound or polish, rub it into the buffing pad, make sure there's no dry edges or corners, and then you could blow it out with some compressed air and then add a little bit more compound or polish to the pad and then continue with the buffing process. So for the bed, I actually want to use a rotary polisher instead of the DA, just because there's so many tight edges and corners that the DA wouldn't actually be able to get into. I thought this would provide a better result and make sure there's no missed spots from the sand mark. So to get this paint all polished up, we're going to be using the Meguiar's M205 Ultra Finishing Polish along with the Meguiar's Low Profile Foam Polishing Disc. So bringing you guys in for a little closer look, the left side has been polished and the right side has only been in compound. You guys can definitely see the difference in the paint depth and the clarity of it. So the right side has a marring mark, which is very average and normal, what you want to see when compounding. So before putting the final steps on this detail, I'm going to show you guys in the next clip what else I did to this truck. In case you guys are wondering why I actually pulled the grill out of the truck, I'm going to be getting some exterior trim paint and refinishing this whole grill to make it look brand new again. So for the fourth and final step of this paint correction, I'm going to be using some Grills Garage liquid wax along with a black finishing disc by Meguiar's. This will help give that red color that nice pop. So on the exterior trim, I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorite products, and that is Trim Shine by Stoner. If you guys have not tried this product before, highly recommend it. It does an awesome job. It's only about $7 a can, and it lasts a very long time without leaving everything greasy. Leave it dwell for a little bit, wipe it away, leaves it to a nice satin finish, and really restores the color back to any trim. Highly recommend this product. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put a link down in the description below. So to add a final layer of protection on his paint, we're going to be using some Mother's CMX ceramic spray wax along with a edgeless microfiber towel to get it all polished away. And for the tires, we're going to be using a microfiber applicator pad along with some Meguiar's hyper dressing. So I just want to thank you guys for sticking around for almost 1 hour to watch one of my videos. You guys are awesome. So in the next clip, you guys will see the final results. So just about to approach the end of the video here. Just want to thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around for 1 hour to watch one of my videos. Also, if you guys enjoyed the content, please go ahead and leave a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more future videos. See you guys in the next one.